Welcome to Trig's Crime Nest, where true crime meets a kind of darkness that hides behind familiar smiles. Each week, we bring you stories of crime, betrayal, and human horror. Stories that could happen anywhere, even in the quietest towns. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, because today's story will make you question every person you've ever trusted. They say every small town has secrets. But Ridgefield, Pennsylvania, had one that lived in plain sight, wearing a stethoscope, shaking hands, and smiling kindly as he wrote his prescriptions. This is the story of Dr. Martin Keller, the man the town called a healer, until the truth revealed he was something else entirely. Ridgefield was the place people dreamed of retiring in. Old trees, calm air, and the comfort of routine. The church bells rang every morning. The same mailman whistled down the block. And every family, no matter how rich or poor, trusted one man with their lives, Dr. Keller. He'd been the town doctor for nearly 2 decades. Polite, gentle, the kind of man who remembered your dog's name and called every child Champ. But what the people of Ridgefield didn't know was that behind the clinic's clean white walls was a secret lab, and a man who believed he was above life and death itself. Before we go deeper, tell me in the comments, have you ever met someone who seemed too good to be true? Someone whose kindness felt rehearsed? Because for Ridgefield, that mask was about to slip. It started with Emma Rowe, a high school teacher and mother of one. She'd been having mild headaches for weeks. Nothing serious, just tension from grading papers and long nights. Dr. Keller offered a new medical treatment he said could relieve the pain instantly. Emma trusted him. She was one of his favorite patients. 2 days later, she collapsed in her kitchen and never regained consciousness. The town called it tragedy. Dr. Keller attended the funeral, placing his hand on Emma's son's shoulder. He promised to do better for the next patient, and they believed him. But then it happened again, and again. 3 more patients died within the year, all after receiving Keller's special treatment. Each time, the doctor explained away, an allergic reaction, complications from medication. Sometimes the body just gives up. People nodded, trusting the man they'd known for years. But his nurse, Laura Benton, began noticing things that didn't add up. One rainy evening, Laura stayed late to finish reports. Through the crack in the supply room door, she saw Keller hunched over a table filled with syringes and glass vials labeled only with initials. He didn't notice her watching. The light flickered. The air smelled of bleach and alcohol. "You shouldn't be here, Laura," he said when he finally saw her. "What are you doing?" she whispered. He looked at her with a calm, eerie smile. "Progress," he said. That night, Laura couldn't sleep. Every image replayed in her mind. The unmarked vials, the blank stare, the tone in his voice. A week later, another patient died. If you were in Laura's shoes, would you report your boss? Or stay silent, afraid no one will believe you? Let me know below, because the next part is where everything starts to unravel. Laura finally wrote an anonymous letter to the Pennsylvania Medical Board. For 6 long months, she heard nothing. Then came the death of George Levin, an elderly man who'd visited Keller for high blood pressure. George's daughter demanded an autopsy. The results shocked everyone. Traces of an unapproved sedative were found in his blood. Investigators arrived at the clinic the next week. Dr. Keller greeted them with his usual calm smile, handing over files, offering coffee, acting confused but helpful, until they asked to see the basement. Behind a locked steel door, they found it, a hidden room lined with medical trays. Folders marked Stage I, Stage II, and unresponsive. On the shelves were dozens of vials, each labeled with patient initials. And in the corner, a notebook. Inside, Keller's handwriting describing neuroresponse experiments, sedative testing, and human trial notes. When officers placed Dr. Keller in handcuffs, he didn't fight. He didn't shout. He just looked at them and said softly, "You'll thank me someday." The town of Ridgefield fell silent. People who'd once hugged him now hid behind curtains. The clinic closed overnight. Reporters flooded in, calling him the doctor who played God. At his trial, Keller's defense argued he was pursuing medical breakthroughs. They said his patients were willing volunteers. But prosecutors proved otherwise. Every consent form had been forged. The jury took only 3 hours. Verdict: guilty on all counts, sentence, life without parole. Even as the judge spoke, Keller sat motionless. When the guard led him away, he turned and smiled at the families. I was trying to understand the human body. Sometimes, to help humanity, a few must be sacrificed. One day you'll see. I was saving lives, he whispered. Do you think Keller truly believed he was doing good? Or was that just an excuse for evil? Type evil or delusion in the comments so we can see how divided the room is. Ridgefield never recovered. Families moved away. The clinic stand abandoned. Its sign rusted, curtains drawn, walls peeling. Teenagers dare each other to sneak inside, claiming they hear faint whispers from the basement. Laura Benton left town, but every October she sends flowers to Emma Rosegrave. No name, no note, just a card that says, "I'm sorry I was too late." Dr. Keller wasn't a monster lurking in the shadows. He was a man everyone trusted, the one they believed would heal them. Evil doesn't always hide in the dark. Sometimes it smiles from across the doctor's desk. And that's what makes this story so haunting. It reminds us that sometimes the most dangerous people aren't strangers. They're the ones we trust with our lives. If this story left you unsettled, hit the like button. It helps more people discover these cases. Comment your thoughts below. Was Dr. Keller evil, or did he lose himself to obsession? And don't forget to subscribe to Trig's Crime Nest, where we bring you dark, chilling stories that make you think twice about the people you trust. Until next time, stay safe, stay alert, because monsters don't always hide under your bed. Sometimes they sign your prescription.